Hey, this is Vin from Sunny Landing Pages. Welcome to this educational video. Today I want to talk to you about how you can build your very own six-figure income from scratch using the funnel methodology. No, this isn't illegal. It's not unethical. It's something which is pretty common sense. And if you're committed, then it's a sure shot method. I've used this successfully for myself. I want to share some of my experiences. With those experiences were some failures and some mistakes that I made, and I want to share those with you as well. There are the top 3 mistakes that I have made and that I notice that marketers are making that I want to share with you and tell you how you can avoid them. Let's jump in. Before I talk about the actual method, just want to make sure that you're assured that the people behind this presentation are credible and we have a reason why we're sharing this information with you. Sunny Landing Pages has been helping people build funnels for over 2.5 years now, and it works with over 15,000 customers. Funnel Data is a leading provider of analytics for funnel marketers. And Gabuli Digital, which is a digital agency serving customers that you see here below. These customers range from Fortune 100 to small startups, and they've all run multi-million-dollar campaigns. We've helped them with their marketing automation, and we've helped them succeed in their funnels. Don't take my word for it. Have a look at the reviews on independent review sites. There's Capterra and there's WordPress, which have given stellar ratings. That's 4.5 out of 5 on Capterra, 4.8 out of 5 stars on WordPress. Here are some of the reviews that people are saying. So Mark talks about how Sunny is easy to use. Shannon talks about how she tried a whole bunch of options, but this was the best one that she found. And Chris was somebody who was delighted by the service. So I encourage you to have a look at our Creds. Now, who is this video for? Well, it's for funnel marketers, obviously. And more importantly, it's for people who work for themselves. You could be a consultant, you could be a coach, you could be a freelancer, you could be a small agency, you could be running a home business or even affiliate business. But you're looking for financial freedom, and I think that's the underlying theme for people who want to watch this video. You can see 6-figure and 7-figure marketers, and you know that that can be you. You know it's about the money, or you feel it's about the money, but more importantly, it's about proving to yourself that you can also do it. If you're watching this video, chances are that you've already started out on this journey. Chances are that you're already a funnel marketer. I think you might be over the initial euphoria and now you're getting down to the nuts and bolts. Maybe you're seeing some early successes, and I think you're probably seeing many failures as well. And that's okay. It takes courage and persistence to go up against the big guys. That's something that I learned recently. Nobody can really teach you that. It's something that has to come from you, from within. I think you can probably see a gap in the market where you operate, and that's what has you motivated to start this journey. I would say trust your gut, trust your instinct on that one. It's probably true. The big enterprises, the big budget marketers, the super affiliates, they all have chinks in their armor. They all have their weaknesses. They all have disgruntled customers. So I would say go after that audience, go after that gap in the market. That's your opportunity to make your own 6-figure income. This is really the core concept behind how you're going to go ahead and build your own 6-figure income. It's called the value ladder. Now, a lot of you have probably read about the value ladder. You've seen it. You've seen many presentations about it. I'd say bear with me for the next couple of minutes. Let me just talk about the fundamentals so that we're on the same page. And once this core concept is really clear and the nuances of this core concept are clear, then it's going to be really easy to get you on the right path. So yes, this is the value ladder, which many funnel marketers talk about. So on the x-axis, you see a price, and on the y-axis, you see value. And what you see here is how you can get your customers to pay you more and more over time. The first step in the process is to offer them a bait. And if you don't like that term, then it's something like a freebie or a free download, which you can give them. This really entices people to come into contact with you. They're willing to give you their contact details, their email address, maybe their phone number, in exchange for a free download, in exchange for a freebie. Maybe it's a PDF, or it's an ebook, something like that, something which costs you very little, but could be of great value to your customer base. Once you've done that, they've given their contact address, then you can start off on your campaign to sell them whatever your core offering is. Now, the core offering, in my mind, should be a continuity program, or in other words, a subscription model. It's really important to have that month-on-month recurring income from the subscription model. Well, that's not it. What you have to do from there is make sure that you do have another rung in the ladder. Make sure that people who are paying you that month-to-month payment are also being encouraged and also being enthused to pay you for larger transactions, larger value transactions, and get them higher and higher and higher. Your creativity should know no bounds over here. It's really up to you to figure out how you can encourage them to pay you for larger value transactions. So that's how the ladder works. You start with very low value transactions, and you do as many as possible of them. And then you have a conversion rate where more and more and more people climb the ladder along with you. So that's the core concept, which is going to help us get to a six-figure income. So the only sure shot way to build a large revenue from scratch through this value ladder is to start with a niche and progress with a value ladder. Once again, start with a niche and progress with a value ladder. And really, this is the mantra, this is the secret, this is the core of what you have to keep in mind. If you stick with this, if you stay with this, you will definitely see success. Let's talk about what are the common mistakes that marketers make trying to follow this mantra, and where they go wrong. These are mistakes that I have made, and how I corrected them as well. I'll talk to you a little bit about that. Mistake number one, your audience is too wide. So you'll hear this from other marketers as well. Generating traffic is easy. You can pay for traffic. So once you have the confidence that your solution works, once you have proven your solution, you can always pay for traffic. But until you've proven that solution, don't go for a wide audience. In fact, go as small as possible. Start off with a funnel of one, a funnel where there's zero competition. And make sure you blow the socks off your customer. Make sure they give you a stellar testimonial. Make sure they're willing to come give you a video which talks about how your solution blew them away. And that's really what you have to do. You have to niche down. You have to go smaller, smaller, smaller until you have that customer testimonial, until you have that social proof that's going to really help you build the larger ladder for yourself. Make sure you capture that testimonial. That is going to be your social proof. You are ready to go once you have that social proof. You can share that social proof with a wider audience, but until you have that testimonial, niche down and give that funnel of one a mind-blowing experience. Let me talk about how we made this mistake ourselves. When we first launched on WordPress, we had a plugin which was a landing page plugin for WordPress, and we were competing with some of the big guys out there. Elementor, Instapage, Unbounce. Yes, they were more expensive than we were, but more importantly, on the extensions marketplace on WordPress, we were a complete newbie. Nobody knew us, nobody trusted us. We didn't have very many downloads to show. We didn't have any reviews and ratings to show. And so really, it was very slow going for us. What we figured out over some time is there's a specific pain point about coming soon pages. People who have started a website and they want a landing page just to say that we're coming soon. The website is going to be launched pretty soon. And so what we did is we specifically branded ourselves as a coming soon extension, a coming soon landing page extension, a plugin. And so our templates were solving for that problem. Our collateral, our marketing pitch was specifically for that problem. And what we realized is our audience got a little more interested, and we started seeing a bit more traffic, and we started seeing a trickle of reviews. And that really helped us build from there. What we did is we used those reviews to then talk about, hey, we're not just coming soon. We also provide templates for countdowns. We also provide templates for lead gen. We also provide templates for e-commerce. And so that really helped us spread the net after we had proven the concept. But really our mistake was not starting with a funnel of one. We started with a funnel of many. We hadn't achieved social proof. So we did use the concept of niching down. We niched down to that coming soon concept. And that really helped us get us going. It really helped us build an audience from there. Let's talk about mistake number 2, missing a subscription model. So a recurring model is really a foundation stone for a 6-figure income. If you're selling a one-off solution, which we call as a one and done, that's excruciatingly hard to scale. Because you can either start from zero every month, or you can start from zero every year, or hey, you give yourself a head start and give yourself a recurring revenue. So like you see on this chart on the slide over here, on the x-axis you see the months 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, and you see how the monthly revenue just increases every month. Now, some of your customers are going to cancel and some of them are going to go away, but a large majority are going to stay with you. And that's really what's going to enable you to get a head start every month. The recurring income is something which I highly, highly, highly encourage you. If you're only selling a one-off solution, you're going to find it very difficult to get to 6 figures because you're finding new customers every month. It costs a lot more money to acquire customers than to retain customers. And so recurring models are the way to go. Mistake number 3, you don't really have a ladder. Now, you might have started with a niche, you might have a subscription model, but after the subscription model, if you don't have an offering which is a higher value transaction, then you're not going to see higher value revenue. Yes, you might achieve extremely slow, linear results. You might pat yourself on the back saying, I am increasing, business is getting better. But instead of giving yourself 5 years to get to 6 figures, why don't you do it in 2 years? Or why don't you do it in 1 year if you can? And this is the mistake that we made in Sunny Landing Pages. We offered a product which customers can pay, say, on average $20 a month, and they can build their landing pages. They can publish their landing pages on their websites for $20 a month. But hey, for us to have 100 customers means only $2,000 a month. If we have 1,000 customers, that's only $20,000 a month. How do I get to 6 figures? How do I get to that figure which is $1 million income? Well, the answer was in what can we offer to some of our customers that can be of a higher value to them, for which they're willing to pay a higher value. And over here, what we see in our timeline, this is for Sunny Landing Pages, is that after our first 2 quarters, we saw a little bit of growth when we went to WordPress in Q3 and Q4. But really after Q5, after the 5th quarter of operations, that's about 15 months that we've been working hard, we realized that some of our enterprise customers, some of our larger ticket customers really wanted funnel analytics. And that's a higher value transaction. That's something that they're willing to pay $2,000 a month or $3,000 a month, not just $20 a month. So I might just have 10 customers for enterprise, and that gets me $20,000 a month. And that's really an inflection point that we saw in our journey. We saw that once we introduced that funnel analytics, once we could become a little consultative for those higher value transactions, that's really where we saw the inflection point. That's really where we saw the growth. And more recently, after this graph, you just see that hockey stick. You just see that once you have a higher value transaction, it becomes much, much easier to scale from over there. So that was mistake number 3 and how we corrected it. If you follow the golden rule, if you avoid the 3 mistakes I talked about, you will certainly get a six-figure income without having to work for somebody else while being your own boss. And I think that's something that's important for all of us here. That's why we're on this journey. Now, we've talked about a value ladder, but what's a funnel? Because we started this conversation talking about a funnel. A funnel is nothing but the execution of a ladder. So on the left here, you see how the ladder has various steps over here. And on the right is how you implement that ladder using a funnel. So you'll have an audience, which you'll give a bait, you'll give the freebie or the free download. Some of the people, some of your customers will convert, some of them will take you up on that offer. They'll give you their contact address and you'll convert, say, 5, 10, 15% of that audience into leads. And these leads, you can then offer your core offering. Again, 10, 15, maybe 20% of them will become paying customers of yours, hopefully into your subscription model. And then from there, again, you'll have 5, 10% of your customers who will then pay you for higher value transactions. And again, you'll have 1 or 2% of your customers who will be your highest value transactors. They'll be giving you a large value transaction. And that's really a funnel. That's where you see, you may start with 100 people, but you come down to just 1 or 2 people in the end, but they're paying you a lot of money. And that's a funnel for you. So a funnel is the execution of a ladder. How do you execute on a funnel? How do you do it? Well, you could do it the hard way. It's a really, really lonely process because there are software you have to learn, there are processes you have to learn, there are methods you have to learn, there are frameworks you have to keep in mind. There are many different ways you can play it out, and this is something that you're going to have to learn for yourself. What I noticed is when I was doing it myself, quick fixes take days, and mini projects very easily stretch into weeks. It could be a question of motivation. It could be you're stuck on a very, very small tech issue, which was eventually easy to solve, but you're just racking your brains on how you can solve it for yourself. You also have this feeling of how you keep second guessing yourself. You don't have the confidence that what you're doing is correct, or you feel that, hey, I'm doing something, but maybe I'm leaving money on the table. You end up spending more time than necessary on unnecessary details, and you lose focus on the priority areas. This is really where you could use a mentor and you can use a coach. It's something which is hard to see for yourself because you're so deep into the problem yourself. You're so deep, you're not able to get the big picture. And it happens to all of us. It happens to me. I get my own mentorship and my own coaching going for this very process. Revenue goals will take a lot longer to achieve if you're doing it by yourself. There's also a much higher chance of a drop-off if you're doing it by yourself. I see this on Sunny landing pages. I see that we have a very high drop-off rate. People just give up. People say that this isn't from me. People say, hey, maybe this format isn't for me, or there's just very few people who can make money online. Well, that's not true, because this is the hard way. The easier way, the second option, is our solution, which is you can become a Funnels Mastermind member. Funnels Mastermind is brought to you by this combination of companies that I spoke about earlier, Sunny Landing Pages, Funnel Data, and Gaboli Digital. Get on track to your 6-figure income path. It's not very expensive. You get a 4-week intense accelerator to start off with, and you become a part of a fast-growing community of self-employed marketers, people who work for themselves, even small business owners. These are all people who are focused on funnel marketing. So it's a group of peers. It's a group of people who are going to help each other to get on the right path. You'll get expert opinions. You'll get tools and tips and trends. You'll get personalized solutions. You'll get tutorials, video tutorials. You'll get people to hold your hand while you get out on this journey, and so much more. So really, the Funnels Mastermind is a much, much easier way. It's a much more suitable way to get into the funnel marketing mode. This is a program for independent marketers or people who work for themselves. That's consultants, coaches, professionals, freelancers, small agencies, home businesses. You could be selling anything. It could be info products, coaching courses, professional services, drop shipping. You could be in financial products, financial services, real estate, education, health and wellness, fitness, software, SaaS, travel, arts, hobbies. Really, it could be anything which is in a lead gen model. It's something where you want to build an email subscriber base. It's something where you have a longer conversion cycle. It's something where you need to educate your customer. You have to create attention, you have to create interest, you have to create desire, and then the customer will take action. Those are the kind of models which benefit from funnel methodology. So who is it not for? It's not for e-commerce. It's not for impulse buys. It's not for anything where people don't have to think before buying. It's more for high involvement decisions. The people who are going to be driving this process, mentors and coaches with proven creds. The first guy is Eran Bucai. I've known Eran for about a year now. We work very well together. He's an awesome coach. He's a six-figure marketer himself. He's based in Sydney, Australia. And he's got a wide base of knowledge on funnels, on social media, on email, affiliate. He's fantastic on Instagram. He's really got it covered for you. He's already a consultant, and he consults with enterprises and individuals. And you're really, really going to enjoy your time with him. People love Eran. And more about myself, I'm a serial entrepreneur. I have started 4 companies. They are called Gabuli, Sunny Landing Pages, IDFI, Credrite, and a company called Lending Card. So all these together have created a value worth more than $100 million. Now you're asking, hey, if he's worth that much, really, why would he be doing this program? Well, my motivation is twofold. One is I want to help marketers. I want to help funnel marketers because I believe in this method. And in this process, I really want to make a product for myself. The SaaS market is booming. Companies have really got 20x multiples on the revenues that they're generating. And really, if I'm able to educate enough people, if I'm able to educate people how they can best use my tools, then I really think I'm going to build a 7-figure and 8-figure income for myself. So now a little bit more on the credentials. This is testimonials for Eran. You can see what people are talking about. Eran is amazing, instrumental in my journey. Sincere pleasure working with Eran. His energy that he brings in, that's something you're definitely going to see about him, the energy that he brings in. He's a highly skilled coach and marketer. He says what he does. He's disciplined, reliable, and competent. Here's more reviews. He's an online superstar. He puts in 1,000% into whatever he does. Eran was my coach, and he's a very caring person. That's something that a coach really needs to have. They need to be a caring person. He's knowledgeable and personable. So I could go on and on. There are hundreds of reviews out there. If you want, you can request for video reviews and testimonials as well. So there's plenty about both of us on the web that you can look up. What does this mastermind include? The membership features, number one, it's a stellar 4-week accelerator. Now, we did a survey amongst our 15,000 customers, and what we got back is people want personalized support. They want to do a Q&A with a mentor. They want to do a Q&A with a coach. They could be very specific, small issues, but there's something that is holding them back on their journey. And so in this 4-week accelerators, we do weekly calls. We'll do a professional review of your funnels. We can share with you what we think might be going right or wrong with your funnels. And finally, we give a complete and exhaustive set of instructions for this funnel software and how you can use the software, and make sure that you get a tutorial on that. Speaking of tutorials, there's a vast, extensive video repository. These are pro tips on funnel strategy, content writing, tool reviews, and much, much more. You'll see a lot of videos that you have over here. You have the community that I spoke about. You'll have peers, you'll have mentors, you'll have coaches who are all participating in that community for almost instant answers to your questions. You won't have to wait a week to get onto the weekly call. You can send your questions on the community and get answers right away. And part of being a member would be you would benefit from ongoing discounts, early offers, and a whole bunch of tips and trends for Mastermind members. The 4-week accelerator schedule, let me talk a little bit more detail about that. Well, week 1 is about fundamentals. We'll talk more about value ladders and funnels and talk more about how you should go deep into your niche, how you can niche down. We'll also give you some workbooks. There'll be a survey questionnaire so that you can get a clear vision on your funnel. It'll also help us do that professional review that I spoke about. We'll also have video tutorials that you can review about these concepts and office hours, which we do on that weekly call that I spoke about. Week 2 is about mapping, giving yourself a visual, visualizing that funnel blueprint. This is really, really important to know how the funnel breaks down into the core components of landing pages and email. And then it also has how you can do a stellar job of creating these landing pages and emails. Copywriting for pros, how to write that perfect headline, how to write that perfect content, which will give that urgency, which will give that convincing power to your collateral. Week 3 is where you really launch in a big way. You can generate traffic, whether through organic or paid traffic. And we should really start to measure the analytics around that, measure the micro conversions, and get the funnel reports to see where your traffic is moving and how they're converting along the journey. And capture learnings from that campaign because, hey, nobody's going to get it right the very first time. You're going to improve over time. You're going to improve over the weeks. But we want to handhold you in that learning process as you get started in week 3. And week 4 is when we talk about and we can agree on an improvement plan for your funnel. How to get, it could be at this stage that you need to niche down again. It could be at this stage that you've achieved the solution that you want and you need to just generate more traffic. It could be that you just need to improve your assets, like your landing pages and your emails. So what you should do to get into a steady state, we'll put in a plan of action. After that, you will stay on the community, on the Facebook groups, and you'll be able to get online support. But the weekly calls will end. You'll also continue to have access to the videos, but you won't be able to attend the weekly calls. So here's an example of the repository which Eran puts together for all of us. Lots and lots of videos. You think of the topic, you name it, and he really has a lot to offer. And we're planning on getting all that there for you. The online community, like I mentioned on Facebook, is called Funnels First. We already have a group going and people have started participating, putting down their questions, benefiting from the responses of their peers. What are the membership benefits? Let me talk again. No matter what your stage is, if you're just starting out as a funnel marketer, if you've had some success and you're looking to get further success, you'll be able to get on track with your financial goals with this accelerator. This is really where you can get your plan of action in place. This is really where you take the opportunity to take a little step back, review how you're progressing, and get onto that 6-figure plan, get onto that 7-figure plan. You feel confident with a community, with an army of peers behind you. They're on standby to answer your questions and to give you that boost to help one another. And of course, you'll get ongoing discounts and offers and cost savings on tools and templates and everything that you'll need to succeed. So let me ask you this. If you were to get all that you needed, all the support you needed for your funnel success and for your financial freedom, what price would you be willing to pay? Just spend a second thinking about what price you'd be willing to share to achieve that level of a goal for yourself. And the good news is that we're just going to charge you a fraction of that. If you applied to join the Mastermind today, you will get that 4-week intense accelerator, which includes personalized support, with the training videos repository. You get the community of peers, you get champion mentors, you get resources worth at least $299, you get ongoing discounts and offers, continuous access to industry trends, and we evolve as we go ahead. All this is for a membership fee of only $99. Only $99 to get you on the track for a 6-figure income. Now, if you're seeing this early enough, if you're seeing this as an early bird, there's great news for you. You can get a 50% discount. For the first 10 seats, they get a 50% discount. The next 20 seats get a 33% discount. And the regular price after that is $99. So make the most of this early bird offer, make the most of this pre-launch offer. We're looking to launch this within the month of June, as soon as possible as the 1st of June. So make the most of this pre-launch offer and get started on your action plan. Don't wait. It is a closed group. We have limited seats each month. I don't think we can handle a cohort of more than 40 or 50 of you at the same time. So that's really where we're going to cap the class size, because the weekly calls shouldn't be too crowded. The weekly calls should give enough time for each of you to ask your questions and doubts. So it is going to be a closed group with limited seats. And hey, here's a bonus for you. If the above wasn't enough, we're going to give 25 giveaways for the first people who sign up, the first 25 people who sign up. We will give you the premium packs. What is a premium pack? A premium pack, like you see in this video, like you see in this image over here, is a premium pack for a webinar funnel. It gives you the blueprint. It gives you the methodology. It gives you the roadmap for how to do your own webinar funnel. It shows you the steps of the process in terms of landing pages and emails. It gives you templates for each of these landing pages and emails. We give you instructions on how you can customize and edit each of these landing pages and emails to make it suit your funnel. And it gives you instructions on how you can publish it and make it live. Really, once you use a premium pack, I think it shouldn't take you more than a week to get up and running on your own funnel. It's going to have a wide variety of funnels, which are collectively valued at $99. We're going to give you this access for free. This is for the first 25 customers only. So we have a 7-day guarantee. If you're not satisfied, then I would say, hey, first come to us and tell us what you need to succeed and what we can do differently to help you succeed. We're always open to feedback. But hey, if you're still not happy, if you want your money back within the first 7 days, then just let us know. We will refund your amount within the first 7 days. So to conclude, to summarize once again, the Funnels Mastermind with a 4-week accelerator includes personalized support. It includes training videos, an extensive repository. It'll have a dynamic community of peers, of funnel marketers. The resources you get are worth at least $299. The regular price is $99 per year. It's an annual membership. You can cancel anytime within the first year, within the second year, whenever you want. If you're early enough, get the early bird pricing on this. You can get 50% discount for the first 10 seats, 33% discount on the next 20 seats, and then the regular price of $99. We're looking to start as early as the 1st of June. It's a closed group, so don't wait. Go ahead and sign up today. And there's a bonus for the first 25 people. You get the premium packs, which are worth $99, which really accelerate your time to market. You're getting your funnels up and ready really rapidly using these premium packs. And what's to lose? You have a 7-day money back guarantee. And so I really look forward to having you guys on board in our Funnels Mastermind. It's something that we've put together with a lot of thought, with a lot of material. We did a survey to understand your pain points, and we've really used that insight to put together this program. Eran and I are going to be with you all steps of the way. It's something which we feel we definitely need as part of our software offering to help people understand how they can use that software, understand how they can purpose that software towards their financial freedom. And so really it's in our interest to make sure that you succeed. So I look forward to seeing you. All the best, and sign up today.